So there is an idea that I want to approach. There is a topic that I'm hearing, and I am being fully aware it's almost the same message, and I want to clarify the differences, and that is the character deciding the film role, the ego, separate self, however you want to call it. So the character on its own has no free will, but it's the same to say as the film script, the film role that is rolling, it is being projected out there, and now this is the main difference. And now you are what? Just deciding, affirming, whatever. So what I'm hearing also on some other channels is like that the character on its own, when it's just deciding or affirming, it's like a band-aid, it's like this and that, and it's not working because it is the state that they're coming from, and it's unfolding, that the state, I even understand that viewpoint, but let me just clarify something also here, because like 10 years ago, I think 8 or something like that, when I was into the whole Abraham Hicks, Bashar, all of the love attraction, I don't want to put it in a group because there was also really good pointers to who we are. But what I'm trying to say here is the whole thing with thoughts, beliefs, patterns, behavioral, all those behavioral patterns, like oh my god, I'm losing the word, just a second, cognitive behavior, that behavior, all of that. It is attaching, it's anxious attachment, it's avoidant, it's narcissistic, it's empathic, it's this, is that, and la 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 la. All of those terms and meanings, and they're all concepts and ideas. That's the first thing I want to say. By knowing that the character on its own, or like I said, the state, it's not even about the state. I get that point, because from that state you have different actions and all of that, and it's like unfolding. It's the same as the film role. So you are in this film role where your boyfriend is leaving you, or your girlfriend, and now you're just deciding, claiming, saying who you are, but you're coming from a state of lack. But that's the whole point. We don't have to use character or it's from this and that. It's literally just I am or I am not. And then use whatever technique you want. The analogy of a film role, of coming from states and the character, it's one way of seeing it, and it's great. But do whatever, or don't do whatever is natural for you. Whatever the character is the same as the ego mind, the separate self. We're all already dividing it, giving it as something that is separate. The character on its own is not evil. The character is given. It is a vessel. Okay? So this vessel right now, I'm talking from the character, I'm thinking from the character, I'm taking action from the character. And then we can talk about all the, like, oh, you're thinking this, and then when you are thinking this, then when you think it 100 million times, then it's becoming a belief, and then it's saturated in your mind, and then you form a belief, and then you have to do it 30 days, then it becomes a habit. And then we have also, I like Joe Dispenza, then we have also all this, like behavior. Then you become an angry person, then you become a sad person because you're being sad for 3 months, and then you're medicated. All of that, that's all like that linear thinking. And it's great. I'm not pushing it away, because I love every perspective. It's not about that. But the point here right now is that the only difference with deciding, affirming, assuming, however, whatever you want to call it, it is to know thyself as the all, as wholeness, and even if you don't know yourself as wholeness, you are always being loved, and you will always be loved. And no matter how less we know about it, or how we don't know about it, or how we don't feel like that, we will always be that. And the only thing that changes that is awareness, in a sense of becoming more aware, becoming more conscious of our true nature. And then you can use it, becoming more aware of the identity that you are identifying as, being in the end, being that version, however you want to call it. There are 100 million phrases and words, and so many are just regurgitating the message. It's just like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. They're hearing it from somewhere. Nobody's thinking like from I mean, not nobody. There are because I'm connected with, I resonate more with people who have their own approach. And again, there's nothing wrong about, preaching something and saying the same thing. Even this, what I'm saying, it has been said also maybe like 5,000 years ago, or whatever, but it is who is speaking, that character, or I can use even that, the character, the me, this small me who is talking right now to you, is coming from I have my own authenticity, I have my own life, and because of me, this small me, you like me or you don't like me. That's the flavor, that's the taste, this character. It's not something bad. It can be used in whatever way you want to use it, how you want to see it. Do we still have bad thoughts and bad feelings and all of it? Yes, but it's just that recognition or awareness that I know who I am, and whatever shape, form for you that is, that you are God, that you are, I don't know, like whatever it is for you. And then the whole thing with choosing, deciding, and all of it, states, not states, am I in the right state, am I in the wrong state, that's all. It's just unnecessary complication. It's literally just live your life, do or don't do what you want to do with a knowingness of what you want. That it's not in the wanting, but it's in the phase of, I know who I am. I know that this outcome is an unfoldment, and I am already that. And for me, what works for me is, if I have it, great. If I don't, great. I don't even make it about the outside anymore. And you're, like I said, if you have a past where someone has left you, you can just say from this standpoint right now, because even that is irrelevant, because there is no recollection of it. No one is holding that, but we are having the memory. But that memory is not something that is fixed. It's an image of the past. And then you can, but you are coming from, well, I have to change that past. No, it is inserting, now you can say, a different frame, that you have always been loved. And then the unfoldment, it will lead to a different outcome. All those insertments, like visualizing, affirming, all of it, it is coming from the end result, the I am that, with it or without it, I am good, I am fine. But then when you're good, or you feel, it's not about even the feeling, but you just know, like I had yesterday or the day before, I didn't felt that great. I had some fearful thoughts and everything. And that day I went for a walk. I've got into my car and I see a missed call, and that missed call was from a new employee. So, and I've got the job. And I was like, oh, okay, good. And that's the main difference. It is being aware of your thoughts, of your feelings, but that they're not the decider. The whole thing with this deciding is not to put it in a spin of, again, just like repeating, deciding. It is being aware that you have thoughts, you have emotions, you have feelings. You're a human being. You are that character, if you want to use it this way. You have that ego mind. You have all of it. But you are one with it all. You are one with it all. Or if you want to see it as that, you are bigger than that, but you are one with it. And it encompasses everything. That nothing is against you, and that even if someone left you, or the job didn't work well, or something happened, who cares? In a sense of who cares, that it's not something final. Be that version means arise, like rise from that. No matter what is going, like how I am using this, if we want to call it a teaching, it is just like, okay, they cancel me, or something happened that I didn't want. That doesn't mean anything. I say who I am. It's not even I say, I know who I am. And by that, I look forward, I move forward. If you want to take action on something else, take it. But it's always just like coming from knowing thyself. And you can even cry. You can have a bad day because something horrible happened. That cannot ruin a manifestation, a something, an end goal, whatever it is. But it's just like, I am not this 3D circumstance, in a sense of, yes, it's a projection and blah, 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 and all of this. Whatever it is. A mirror, this, and a dream, whatever. Like, it's a reality. and we are experiencing this reality. And I want to say have fun, because it should feel like that, but most of the time we don't feel like that. We feel, that we're fighting, and it's urging, and it's this, and there are so many things in our face. And that's why I'm saying, the less you hold on to something, that will be detach yourself. But I'm not even talking that much about detachment. It's just like seeing and recognizing, being aware of what is arising. So I'm seeing, okay, like I said, someone rejected you. Okay, good. Someone rejected me. I feel bad. I cry, whatever. It's not like running away from it. But knowing that even with crying, with having bad thoughts, the thoughts are coming and going. And even that, again, yes, from that state, that you have this whole experience. But yet you can always choose. That's the whole thing when they're saying you go quietly in the room and you change the film roll. That's when you're deciding, when you're knowing who you are, and it unfolds differently for you. And then let's say someone rejected you and you had a bad day or something, but you somehow are okay with it, and you know your worth and everything, and it will unfold from that moment on naturally for you. So for you it can be. And also what I notice, every time I decide or choose something else, it changes. That's also something, I don't know if you ever noticed that so I'm crying, I don't know, someone left me, let's say, and I'm crying because of that. And in that moment I'm assuming it was because of this and that reason. Then you kind of accept it, you go inward, you feel okay, and then after 2-3 days suddenly you feel lighthearted, you feel like love towards the person, in a sense of it's okay, I can move on, it's good. And then you see it differently. Then that same event feels and you see it differently. That's the whole thing with the states. You are seeing, and also I would say emotions. And I know a lot of people are saying that the states are not emotions, but when you are feeling content, happy, when you think about you're lighting up those memories that are coherent with the state that you are in. That's the point. And when you're coming from that, then there is that peace. It's just like, again, knowingness. And I don't know how long am I recording this. 19 minutes. Okay. So I kind of lost my train of thought, but I think I said enough. There is no wrong way about this, but it's just the whole terminology and all of it, like the states, the character, this and that. Oh, it's not this way, it's that way. I don't want you to feel that I am leading you to a conclusion or like a teaching. And also that what a lot of people are doing, and they're not aware, when they're coming from a standpoint of, oh, I'm talking about non-duality, that's a container, and you're talking about it from that standpoint, from that teaching. But even that, those are ideas and ways to explain life, consciousness, awareness, and all of it. You can use whatever teaching and interpret it in the way you feel most aligned with, and use it for your own benefit. There is no wrong or right way, but the whole point with coming from, let's say I'm coming from law of attraction, so I'm using all those analogies, words, explanations from that container. It's like, here I'm representing to you from this ideology, so you have to be aware of that too. And when we are talking about something like me right now, I am quote unquote defending like my thinking, and I'm coming from, oh, this is how I see it. But is it the whole truth? No. Is it right for everyone? No. But you can take bits and pieces that resonates with you, and also with time, I know there is not like time in that sense, but again, it's not linear, but we're experiencing it like that, and that's totally fine. And with time, you can see something differently. So I will see something, I will hear someone explain something to me, and maybe at that point of time I will not hear it, understand it, get it. But then I will hear it in 1 week and I'll be like, oh my God, I can hear it. So it's also your limits, your interpretation, your everything, like your lenses that you are perceiving a message. So I hope this was helpful. It was long, but I just wanted to say it, and I love you all, and have a nice day. Bye.